Director of Ceremonies and the Minister of Home Affairs and Cultural Heritage, Honorable Kazembe Kazembe. The First Lady, Amai Auxilia Mnangagwa. The Vice President and Minister of Health and Child Care, Honorable General Retired Dr. C.G.D.N. Chiwenga, Vice President and Second Secretary of the ruling party, ZANU-PF, Colonel Retired K.C.D. Mohadi, Minister of Defense and all Veterans Affairs, a National Chairman of the ruling party, ZANU-PF, Honorable OCZ Mchinguri Kashiri, Minister of State for Harare Metropolitan Province, Honorable Senator Engineer Oliver Chidau, Speaker of the National Assembly, Advocate J.F. Mdenda, President of the Senate, Honorable Amai Chinomona, the Chief Justice, Honorable Justice Luke Malawa, members of the Politburo and Central Committee, Honorable Ministers, leaders of opposition parties here present, Your Excellencies, members of the Diplomatic Corps, members of Parliament, service chiefs, families of heroes and heroines of the Zimbabwe liberation struggle, war veterans, war collaborators, ex-detainees and restrictees, our esteemed traditional leaders, comrades and friends. It is my singular honor and privilege to address those here gathered and the nation at large on this annual occasion where we remember our departed comrades, brothers and sisters, mothers and fathers who took the fate of this nation into their hands. These are the brave warriors who went to war and they paid the ultimate sacrifice in order to liberate our great country, Zimbabwe. They took a pledge to perish rather than yield to a brutal and oppressive colonial settler system, so that today we may live in happiness, freedom, independence, and prosperity in our country. It is to them that today we pay this sacred homage of remembrance. As we do so, we accept the responsibility of stewardship over the rich national wealth that they bequeath to us. As a nation, we remain forever emboldened and inspired by the devotion and patriotism of these selfless men and women to build an inclusive, equitable, and prosperous society encapsulated in our Vision 2030. The warrior spirit that runs through our national bloodline must invoke within us the requisite desire and resolve to claim our destiny of national development, growth, and prosperity. Our collective trait as a hard-working and honest people, must be deployed at all levels and in all sections of our society. These should also engender innovation, build resilience, and ultimately lead to the realization of a developed, modern, and prosperous Zimbabwe. Our country is a constitutional democracy. We will continue to project this as we entrench justice, fairness, and equity, which were rallying aspirations during the protracted armed liberation struggle. The development of our nation should never be deterred or retarded by those bent on derailing the gains recorded since the advent of the Second Republic. With wisdom, courage, and boldness, let us stand firm against that which seeks to harm our national character, our culture, and institutions. In this regard, it is incumbent on us who remain to be the torch-bearers and emerge as new heroes and heroines, guided by the ethos of our forebears, who laid the firm foundation for our country's development, freedom, and independence. These include the late Seguruka Gui, Mbuyane Anda, Queen Lozike, General Mchane Kumalo, Comrade Herbert Chitepo, Josiah Ziapapa Moyo, Josiah Magamatongo Gara, Joshua Mkabuko Jongolo Komo, Dr. Simon Bengesai Muzenda, and the late President Comrade Robert Gabriel Mugabe, among others. In honor and remembrance of our heroic comrades from Zambezi to Limpopo and the Plum Tree to Mtare, we pledge to remain true to their exemplary gallantry and patriotism. We commemorate the 41st anniversary of our Heroes' Day. We are mindful that our war of liberation was fought and won with the support and solidarity of the friendly international community. These diverse, long-standing fraternal relations have informed the Second Republic's engagement and re-engagement policy. It is the freedom which we enjoy that enables us to think in big picture terms with regards to international relations with other nations. As we engage and re-engage, let no one think they can impose their perspectives or lecture on us. The outside world should therefore embrace who we are, our rich history, and unique national realities. This is how we honor the heroes we celebrate today. My fellow Zimbabweans, today's 41st Heroes' Day anniversary celebrations are being held in the midst of the COVID-19 pandemic environment. Regrettably, the pandemic has caused the loss of lives of many of our loved ones, including some who were conferred with the status of national heroes and heroines. Most recently, we lost the revered nationalist and trailblazing female freedom fighter, Comrade Jane Ngwenya, who passed on 5th August 2021. May their souls rest in eternal peace. In response to the pandemic, my government has instituted a robust national COVID-19 vaccination program, lockdown measures, as well as provided a recovery and a stimulus package to mitigate the negative impacts of the pandemic on the economy and on livelihoods. Allow me to thank our brave frontline workers for their commitment and diligence in the provision of basic services during this period. On our part as citizens, there is need to remain vigilant by observing the World Health Organization public health guidelines and the protocols, including maintaining social distance, sanitizing, and the wearing of masks. My government will continue providing vaccines, doses for free as we journey towards attaining herd immunity. We have broadened the vaccination inoculation centers to include private sector institutions. This should increase access and convenience to members of our public. My fellow countrymen and women, emboldened by our constitution and rich cultural heritage, new horizons for the empowerment of all categories of veterans of the liberation struggle have been opened up. Hence, in their honor and to uphold their dignity, the Veterans of the Liberation Struggle Act, Chapter 1712, was enacted. The Act establishes the Veterans of the Liberation Struggle Fund, which, among other things, embarks on investments in various sectors of the economy on their behalf. To date, this has led to my launch of the Veterans of the Liberation Struggle Economic Empowerment Program and the vetting exercise. As we try to match the stature and the heroic achievement of our gallant heroes and heroines, the nomination and conferment for national honors and awards has been, for the first time, extended to civilians. An office of the Registrar of Honors and Awards has since been established to superintend the national honors and awards system in our country within the context of present and the future national realities of our country. Accordingly, the Order of the Great Zimbabwe Award in Diamond has been introduced as Zimbabwe's highest honor. The award is reserved for revolutionary luminaries who performed feats seemingly beyond human capability and comprehension. I shall preside over the investiture of awards of the highest order nominees, while I have delegated the rest to the Ministers of State for Provincial and Devolution Affairs. Other awards that we will be conferred today include Grand Commander of the Zimbabwe Order of Merit, Grand Officer of the Zimbabwe Order of Merit, Order of Great Zimbabwe in Silver, Historical Legacy Award, Silver Cross of Zimbabwe, Jaros Jiri Humanitarian Award, and Order of the Star of Zimbabwe in gold and silver. The exceptional sacrifices made by some of our leaders with a view to extolling their motivational, epoch-defining feats and enduring attributes deserve immortalization. In this regard, awards have been created in their honor. The Robert Gabriel Mugabe Commendation Award for Outstanding Service Delivery in Human Capital Development will be awarded on the 21st of February each year. The Joshua Mkabuko Nyongolo Nkomo Commendation Award for Outstanding and Consistent Transformative Service in the promotion of national development, national unity, and national building will be awarded on the 19th of June each year. In the same token, the Herbert Chitepo Commendation Award for Outstanding and Excellent Service to the community in the field of justice will be awarded on an International Justice-related day. These various awards reaffirm our unique, diverse, resilient, and innovative character as the Zimbabwean people against all odds. Ladies and gentlemen, true to the culture and the work ethic of the Second Republic, we have made strides towards honoring the heroes and the heroines of the first and second Chimurenga. The Mbuyane statue was erected and now towers over Harare's central business district. The memorialization of our liberation battle sites, shrines, and restriction camps is ongoing in various parts of our country. At the continental level, the construction of the Museum of African Liberation has started. The museum will ensure the documentation, protection, and preservation of the history of African liberation struggles and help the celebration of the continent's achievements. I once again express Zimbabwe's profound gratitude to the African people, the African Union, and other progressive nations and governments for supporting this landmark project. Ladies and gentlemen, comrades and friends, the best way to show appreciation for the supreme sacrifice paid by our heroes and heroines is to build the modern, industrialized, developed, and prosperous society envisaged in the country's Vision 2030. This 2021 Heroes Day anniversary comes at a time when my government's economic reform program, guided by the National Development Strategy 1, is bearing fruit with unprecedented successes. Our economy is projected to grow by 7.8%, surpassing the 2021 national budget target of 7.4%. The resultant healthy public finances have allowed more resources to be channeled towards infrastructure development and rehabilitation, health and education, as well as a raft of social protection programs across the country. At the center of this positive performance is the agriculture sector, which is expected to grow by a remarkable 34%. Government will support this positive performance towards guaranteeing sustainable livelihoods and dignity to our people through the implementation of the various programs under the Agriculture Recovery Growth Plan. We will indeed honor the sacrifices made by our heroes and heroines for the land through optimal utilization of this sacred, infinite resource. On the back of the bumper harvest, the prevailing macroeconomic stability, localization of value chains, and uninterrupted power supply has seen the rebound of the manufacturing sector. These developments place our modernization and industrialization agenda on a firm footing. The performance of the mining sector is on track, as is expected to grow by 11% in 2021, buoyed by favorable international prices and expansion programs aimed at increasing production. My government is determined to facilitate this sector to go beyond exploration and extraction towards value addition and the marketing that guarantees optimal value for our mineral endowments. The Second Republic is implementing a vast array of infrastructure projects which are meant to create an enabling environment for socio-economic growth. I challenge our media and information sector industry, as well as the general public, to take a keen interest in these developments. We celebrate the emerging heroes and heroines, young sons and daughters of Zimbabwe, who have accepted the mantle to build, develop, and modernize our country in these and other spheres. In line with dictates and requirements of the modern Zimbabwe we envision, energy self-sufficiency remains a priority. The completion of the multi-pronged energy-related projects are being accelerated. Currently, the country's roads are being attended to under the Emergency Road Rehabilitation Program, which is funded by government. Tremendous progress has also been achieved on the Harare Masvingo Bad Bridge Highway. My fellow countrymen and women, in honor of all heroes and heroines who came from all parts of the country, the Second Republic is striving to ensure that no one is left behind through the devolution agenda. Hence, resources amounting to Zimbabwe dollars 2.2 billion were dispersed to local authorities and provinces already. These were channeled towards various infrastructure projects, such as the construction of schools, clinics, water and sanitation facilities, roads and other amenities. Informed by the discourse of health economics and the nexus between a healthy and productive population, efforts have been intensified to increase domestic funding for health. With regards to education, my government has put in place robust policies to ensure effective development of the nation's capabilities to address present challenges and the future prospects for our great country despite COVID-19 pandemic. Similarly, the arts, creative and cultural industries, as well as the media and information sectors, continue to grow through the enabling environment created by the Second Republic. I urge these sectors to benchmark their creative works and outputs against the patriotism and national liberation ethos imparted to us by our heroes and heroines. Meanwhile, constitutionalism, good governance, and respect for the rule of law are some of the key principles our heroes and heroines fought for. Hence, under the Second Republic, my government is ensuring that legislation is sound, the administration of justice is impartial, and that law enforcement is strict. Corruption has no place in our society. Good corporate governance, high public etiquette and ethical standards, transparency and accountability should be pursued in the public, private, and non-governmental sectors of our society. For together, we serve the people of Zimbabwe and collectively advance the development and prosperity of our great nation. The freedom fighters who waged the war of liberation were mere youths at the time. It is therefore apt that in commemorating their sacrifices, we pay particular attention to our current generation of youths. Government has remained resolute in creating a supportive environment for our youth to thrive. We celebrate the team of athletes who participated at the Olympics in Tokyo, Japan. They too are our country's emerging heroes of today. The war of our independence was fought by both men and women, boys and girls. Policies and programs are underway to accelerate gender equity, equality, and the empowerment of women across all sectors. Women remain our everyday heroines. I want to take this opportunity to specifically recognize and salute our emerging economic heroes of Zimbabweans in the diaspora who continue to proudly identify with and support our beloved country, Zimbabwe. Fellow Zimbabweans, we are a nation of heroes, past and present. We have never let the scale of the challenges facing us to defeat us. Our liberation heroes and heroines saw a well-funded enemy with sophisticated weaponry and said to themselves, "We will fight them. We will not give in. We will overcome." And indeed, as the emerging heroes of today, our enemy is poverty, hunger, disease, corruption, as well as retarded and delayed development. We will succeed and we shall win. Let us also fight, overcome, and win the developments in the country's socio-economic sectors under the Second Republic as a reflection of what we are capable of achieving when we are united and peaceful. Following the example set by our gallant heroes and heroines, we are remembering today whose exploits we reflect upon We are our own liberators. Nyika inovakwa nevene vayo. As we honor yesteryear heroes, let us march forward together in peace, unity, love, singleness of purpose to build a more prosperous Zimbabwe for ourselves. Aluta continue. I wish to conclude by wishing you all memorable commemorations of Heroes' Day in your respective provinces and districts, mindful of the havoc still being caused by the COVID-19 pandemic. I once again urge all Zimbabweans to display the resilient spirit we are known for by acting responsibly and safeguarding the health and the well-being of not just our immediate family members, but the entire community, and ultimately the nation at large. We are a heroic nation, and we shall remain heroic and patriotic. Happy Heroes Day, Zimbabwe. Long live our heroes and heroines. Long live our unity, harmony, peace, and freedom. Long live Zimbabwe. God bless you all. God bless Zimbabwe. I thank you.